Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but there is a way to actually get a Tesla Model 3 for $99 a month if you live in this particular state, and it's not Colorado. That actually is another state on top of that. So we'll just briefly take a look at it, but there's really two things I wanted to talk about in this video. There's two resources out there that is kind of like a search engine that allows you to search, or actually it's one resource that allows you to search all the different incentives that might be available in your location on a state level. So I wanted to go to that and walk you through it just so you're aware about all the different incentives that are eligible for you depending on where you're at. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. And here it is, and I think it'll be fun if, depending on where you're at, put your zip code in the live chat. We'll go through that tool together, and we'll go through a couple different incentives that could be eligible in your local state. So definitely put your zip code in the live stream chat so we can roll through it when we get there. But this deal, unfortunately, if you got all excited thinking it might be for your state, it is in the Washington state only. Shout out to Matthew for posting this. 99 lease deal payment alert. If you live in Washington state and qualify for the state tax incentive, you can lease this new Tesla Model 3 for $0 down at $99 a month, including tax and license. And if you're interested in figuring out what deal this actually is, it's actually called the Washington Electric Vehicle Instant Rebate Program. And the one thing though is a lot of these programs are income based. And so usually if, like, for instance, this one right here, one person in the household, $45,000. These are good for people that might have their own business where they can write off a lot and show less income, or even have a really big family, like maybe 4 or 5 kids, 6 kids plus, then you might potentially qualify for some of these different incomes and for the different incentives. But still, it's fun to watch and fun to see crazy payments like this. That's $99 a month. And here it is. Actually, this is the exact vehicle. And if you were to stack all these different incentives, it actually gets you down to that. But if you're in California, if you don't qualify for any of the incentives, you can see this is still a decent deal. $3,000 down, 24-month lease at $293 a month, or 36-month lease at $257 a month. And this one does not, I don't gotta have the gas savings triggered. And so this is actually not a real number in terms of real payment that you're actually looking for. And in terms of, are there still Tesla Model 3s with deals and everything at the moment? And yeah, we just updated our full list of all the best deals, anywhere from we're still seeing $3,000 to $4,000 off. So if you know exactly where to get this list, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. But here it is on top of that. We've got Model Ys and Model 3s. It still seems like Tesla is still putting on the gas for discounts, and we've got anywhere discounts from $3,500 to $4,500 off. And taking a look at inventory really briefly, this pink line right here, Model 3 inventory, is coming back online. So this is my prediction of what is going to happen. We're going to see 2024 discounts get even more aggressive, especially if 2024s keep lingering in inventory. And then I think we're going to get to see some 2025 discounts later this quarter as Tesla really tries to push all the different incentives, all the different deals for the end of the quarter. But here's a couple of them we were able to find. I'm really just sticking on this long-range rear-wheel drive kick, because now that we know the long-range rear-wheel drive can go 385 miles of range in real-world testing, that is a crazy daily driver, super efficient. And I would say, I mean, if you don't want to charge as much as possible, if you don't have a home charger, maybe a Model 3 long range rear wheel drive is your way to go. But of course, there are some drawbacks for the Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. Some of them it's minimal, right? Like different interior choices. I think the worst one is the different audio system. It's got half the amount of speakers and it does not have subwoofers, which could be a deal killer for some people. I think it's on my list. I'm going to go try and test drive one of these long range rear wheel drive Model 3s, or if you're about to take delivery of one, let me know. I'd love to join you in the Southern California area. But it seems like Tesla is not being discriminate at all of any of these sort of discounts. You can see like this one right here, we've got $3,000 off, and this Quicksilver one at $3,600 off. Of course, stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. You can get an extra $1,000 off, which makes it $4,600. And of course, there's the Tesla military program, which also stacks on top of everything else. So you can see how you could almost pay for $8,000 full self-driving, which would then get you 0% financing on top of that. Leasing is a great move as well. That's how you will be able to get a lower monthly payment, but the leasing is pretty restrictive at the end of the day. So be wary about that if you're interested in leasing it, because you do have to turn the vehicle back. But here it is. I forgot we were going to talk about this. So here's the website. Here it is for everyone that's interested. Electric for All. They've got a great search engine tool. I'll put it in the live stream, and let's see which zip code do we get first. Rob, let's go ahead and put your zip code in 94941. You can see you can put in the zip code right here, and it actually shows you all the different incentives. It's a decent database. I mean, of course, this is just a starting point. You have to go into each one of these programs and each one of these websites to see which vehicle and if you qualify as an individual yourself. You see, it seems like there's MCE new vehicle rebate, $3,500. You can see it actually tells you it does need an income requirement. And so if you've got time, I would spend the time and go through all of these to see which one actually is eligible for you. We can see PGE has a pre-owned vehicle rebate program as well, which we could be pretty good on top of that. Especially if you're looking for like one of these crazy low, cheap Tesla vehicles that are out there, like a $15,000 Model 3 or a $25,000 Model 3, we can see and it gets pretty crazy with all the different incentives. Let's try delinquent. Let's see, what's yours? Mill value or New Jersey. Okay, of course, there's that sales tax exemption, which I think went up to like 3%. We can see all the different incentives that are out there as well. Let's see, Kaiser 30324. Let's see what's available in Atlanta, Georgia. Very nice. Used vehicle, clean vehicle credit, tax credit on lease vehicles, $70,500, and tax credit on purchase vehicles, income requirement. These are federal incentives, so it doesn't seem like there's much in terms of a state level, but you do get a state level Georgia power incentive. So what's really cool with this is it shows you if you can get some incentives with charger stations as well. You can see $200 incentive right here for that. And okay, we'll do one more. Ricardo 34744. I have no idea where that is. Okay, Florida. Okay, we've got some federal incentive, and we've got an EV charger incentive. If you're a Kissimmee utility, you get $100, which I'm not sure the paperwork is worth that. It doesn't seem like there's much on top of that for that, but certainly, of course, there's federal incentives. The federal one is $7,500 if you're buying a new vehicle. And on the used side, there's a $4,000 incentive. Like if you're looking to be buying one of these crazy low price vehicles that are out there. I was just taking a look at this the other day. Model Y prices are certainly getting pretty low. There was probably like 10 or 15 Tesla Model Ys under $25,000, which could potentially qualify for the $4,000 rebate. But the one thing with those is that a lot of these do have 100 to 150,000 miles plus. So that's where I would definitely take a look at a warranty option. And that's where our channel sponsors Amber comes into play. If you're looking for a warranty for a used Tesla, I would definitely recommend Amber down below in the description. Amber is a great product, just like think like Apple Care for your iPhone. And I really like Amber because they've got a monthly plan and you don't have to pay all out up front. And they got 3 plans which you can actually sign up for. And the basics plan starts at $65 a month all the way to the premium plan. And on top of that, you get an extra discount using our promo code link down below in the description. And there's a lot of things that the Amber program does qualify more than the Tesla warranty. And so Tesla warranty, you can't go past some of these different mileages. So definitely check out Amber down below in the description. And thank you to Amber for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But certainly going back to the news side, the deals are there anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 off. We can really see what types of incentives are out there. And do I feel like these deals are going to be getting better? I think so, yeah, because once 2024 vehicles start to clear out, 2025 vehicles will start to come back, and we'll start to see, or we'll see more 2025 vehicles, and then we'll start to see some discounts on 2025. So really, if you want to wait another 2 to 3 months, we're already in Q4. It's already the best time. If you're in a place that gets a lot of different vehicles in inventory, like near some of the factories like California or Texas, then you can wait a little bit longer all the way till the end. But if you're somewhere that is far from these factories, like East Coast or even Central, where the car actually has to take weeks to get to you, then I would say probably just try and lock one down and isolate it, because you're not going to see much more inventory or ebbs and flows of inventory than you would be like living in California or Texas or some of the neighboring states near here. So that's kind of my quick tip on trying to get a deal on a Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and haven't noticed any drop in speed. And I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money. Thanks for that, everyone. Vera, if it's 99, I can register or sign the lease right away. I'm in Florida. No, unfortunately, you have to have a registered address in Washington State to be able to get this deal in that area. Missouri, kidding. Missouri doesn't do incentives. Corey, yeah, I guess it's got to come from somewhere, right? And it comes from the state level. The Beast, 45K, it's only for poor people. Yeah, unfortunately, to get this type of incentive, you have to qualify for it. And I know like Colorado has a crazy incentive like this as well. But I think the Colorado one is more flexible. Delinquent, I'm debating on buying a used Fisker Ocean. American Lease will be updating the software for it in the next few years. That's a tough one though. I've watched the same videos you probably have about Fisker Ocean, and I'm not sure I would buy one of those unless it was like a stupid deal, like $5,000 or $10,000. I think at $20K, it's still a little bit risky to get one of those. Chris, should we keep waiting? Yes. If you can wait, there's no reason to rush into it unless you're in places that are really far away from the Tesla factory markets. Then yes, then I would say try and get one. But if you're in like California, you can just wait. Farzan, when will the Model Y refresh be announced this year or 2025? I'm going to say they're going to announce that like June of next year, and then it will come and start to deliver after that, because my prediction is June or July of next year. And the thing with that is because Tesla and Elon know there's this Osborne effect where if they release it now, no one is going to buy Model Ys, or not no one. A lot of more people will just hold off and wait, which then kind of ruins it for sales now. They need to sell, they need to keep selling now for them to just get that revenue in. George, New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey's got great incentives. Mr. 809, thanks for coming in. SJ, why so many page sponsors of the channel partners? Oh, I gotta, we gotta, keep it lively here. Chris, do all new Model 3s have the screen and cooling seats? Yeah, they all have the front ventilated seats in the front and that rear seat in the back. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I would say go cool. This vehicle is not there. Did it already sell? Leaf, has anyone seen a 1/4 mile figure or the 24 long range wheel drive on the 24 long range wheel drive? Ooh, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a fast vehicle, right? I mean, that 0 to 30 is still going to be pretty fast, but certainly I wouldn't say it's going to be like a super fast. You really want to know about that 0 to 60 is, because that's what you're going to use on a daily basis, right? Which I think is like 6 seconds, which pretty decently fast, I would say, at the end of the day. The Flash, when are we going to get Model X and Model S deals like 0%? Great question. Maybe another month from now, if any. I mean, 1 year, 2 years ago, when the full crazy tax credit was going on, Tesla released like a $7,500 deal on Model S and X with like 3 days left for the end of the year. And I mean 3 days, like December 29th. So there could be a Hail Mary like that from Tesla, but really Tesla has really figured out their inventory for Model S and Model X. They know it's not a volume seller, so they're not necessarily keeping a bunch of them in stock. So I really don't think there's going to be, I mean, I thought there might be like a 3.99 deal, but certainly at this point, I don't feel like it's going to be happening anymore. In this next topic, let's talk about the Tesla lease payment waived and promotion that is going on, and clarify a little bit from it, because it seems like there was a post posted recently about it. Jeff was trying to get into a Tesla Cybertruck and posted this on X. Tesla is forcing me to pay $16,000 to terminate my Model S lease, despite promising I can return it for free while taking delivery of Cybertruck. It seems like he was trying to end his Model S lease early, and they said, no, actually, if you want to end it early, you're going to have to pay $16,000 or over $16,000. It seems like there was a communication error. The sales advisor at Tesla Santa Monica told him that, hey, we'll waive it, or we'll waive it on your behalf so that you can get into a Cybertruck. But taking a look at what has been updated on the Tesla website, it says less than 3 months remaining until your lease end date. Pay the remaining lease balance along with any term of charges at the end of the lease portal. 3 or more months left until the end of the lease. Pay the difference between your adjusted lease balance and the current market value of your vehicle. It seems like throughout the back and forth, Tesla actually clarified and says that they do have a lease pull ahead program. However, you must take delivery within 90 days of your lease maturity date. Almost every other automaker has a 6-month or even 12-month OL. So it seems like there is like a 3-month payment waiver program, but of course not as big as what potentially this could have been, because 16 months, I'm going to guess at $2,000 a month, that could be like a 8 to 10 month term for leasing, and maybe there was a communication, or maybe there wasn't, with how much what was actually going to be waived at the end. And so certainly at the end of the day, it's not worth it to probably try and get out of this at an early stage like this, unless you really want to get into a Tesla Cybertruck. But yes, we have heard of like 2 to 3 payments being waived. We've also heard of other incentives like wear and tear being waived off of leases as well. And this comes in line because if you are looking to certain areas or certain states, you can get some crazy lease payments on a Tesla Model 3. Depending on where you're at. So certainly it might be worth it, but I've always kind of been of the viewpoint that Tesla leasing is very restrictive. It's purely just a rental vehicle, and you have to turn in that vehicle at the end of the lease to Tesla, and you cannot buy it out. But even though at this point, with prices dropping like crazy from Tesla, and Tesla keeps doing big discounts like $3,000 to $4,000 off, I'm not sure there really is going to be any value at a Tesla either way. And so it's almost like, yeah, just let Tesla run that risk and pay your $400 to $500 on, like, I'm talking about a Model 3. Of course, Model S at $2,000 a month, maybe it's a different story, but at the same time, maybe not, because all Tesla vehicles, Tesla knows that affordability is an issue, so they might just keep trying to keep dropping prices more and more and more. So maybe a lease is a good option at the end of the day, especially if you can get a lease for maybe a lower payment than a Tesla vehicle, depending on the structure that you're actually getting to. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're in a current lease right now, has Tesla reached out, or have you reached out to Tesla to try and figure out what your lease and options are at the end of the term? All right, Waskar, I'm in New Jersey. Do you think I should go for it now? Yeah, because they just killed some of that offer, right? It's now 3%, and I don't know what the timeline is, but maybe is there a timeline to make that electric vehicle offer even worse? Taxable 0 to 60 was 4.6 seconds. Yeah, that's phenomenal and really usable in terms of daily driving. The Flash, thanks. No, thank you, The Flash. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for dropping by and everything. Thanks for hitting the like button, everyone. In this next topic, Tesla Model 3 sales have doubled in 2024. We've got some sales figures, and of course, there's a earnings call that's coming out pretty soon. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Des. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Troy Teslike for posting this. Hi, everyone. Based on the latest data, Tesla sales were as follows for quarter 3 of 2024. So quarter 3 is this box right here. We can see Model S and Model X, and this is what I was talking about. Like Model S and Model X is kind of an afterthought for Tesla. A very big afterthought. At this point, you can see they only sold 7,000 Model S and Model X this past quarter in comparison to Model 3 at almost 56,000 units and Model Y at over 80,000 units. Even the Cybertruck, they're selling way more Cybertrucks than Model S and Model X combined. But if we take a look at this even more, we can see Model 3 for quarter 3 sold almost 56,000 units. And you can see in quarter 1 and quarter 2, it was about 59,000 units. Even in quarter 1, it was only 21,000 units across the board. So you can see Tesla has really ramped up the sales of Model 3s. And almost doubled going from quarter 3 at 56 or more than doubled going from quarter 3 at 56,000 projected units sold and quarter 1 at only 21,000 units. Of course, there's big differences here. The new Model 3 Highland was released and also really went into sales, whereas during quarter 1, there was the old Model 3, which was the old and busted model. And certainly as we get into quarter 3 and quarter 4, we're going to see more discounts and more incentives, just like these right here, $3,000 to $4,000 off and crazy deals and incentives like 0% at full self-driving. And on top of that, the Tesla referral code at $1,000 extra, just like the one down below in the description if you want to stack that on top of these inventory discounts that are out there. So certainly sales for the Model 3 are going to get higher and higher. And maybe we'll start to get to a point where Model 3 will get very close to Model Y sales, especially if we continue to start to get reviews like this. Car and Driver said that the new Model 3 is vastly quieter with far more highway range. Really good to hear that the reviews are doing great, and we're starting to see that. I mean, I was able to drive a Model 3 Highland pretty early on when it just got released, and I gotta say, very impressed in terms of the noise vibration reduction that was actually happening. And on top of that, we can see that you can lease it for $299 a month at their national offer if you are interested. And at 385 miles of range for the rear-wheel drive, you can see the deal or value of it is pretty impeccable, especially on how you're looking to get for it. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Nothing yet. I love to let them buy out my lease. Yeah, unfortunately, they won't allow that, at least at the moment. That's just new vehicles sold. Yes, it is a new vehicle sold as projected by Troy Teslike. Winston, does long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3 no longer come with LG battery, all Panasonic now? I forget which one it is between the two. At this point, I just look at the range and how much it costs. Robert, if y'all haven't driven the new Model 3 Performance, do it. It's awesome. Yeah, now I'm really debating on, do we get a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive or do we get a Model 3 Performance? Because it's basically the same old adage, go big or go home. But I mean, when some of these Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drives are at $300, $200 a month, I mean, it's almost like a crazy deal. But if you were to jump into a Model 3 Performance, that's more than double the payment. So is a Model 3 Performance worth double the monthly payment from $300 to $700 a month? I guess let me know what you think on that. Is it worth getting into a Model 3 Performance at $700 a month or a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive daily driver, beast of a daily driver at $300 a month? RT, just got my VIN for Model 3. It's now 2025. Yeah, 2025 is here. And the fun part was this, is that you can find 2025s in inventory if you are interested in them. Of course, they're not discounting them at all. They're only discounting the 2024s. I've yet to see a 2025 actually been discounted. I thought at one point there was a little bit of them, and maybe we'll start to see some discounted 2025s later on this month as we get to the end of the month, or especially as we get to the end of the quarter. We're definitely going to get to see some discounted Model 3s that are 2025s. If you're interested in taking a look at our full list of all the best deals that are out there, definitely check the link down below in the live chat, where we have found Model 3s and Model Ys performances, long ranges, all of them, anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 off. You can see it goes pretty insane with all the different things. Andrew, anyone else having a problem with the online financing not giving you the 0%? You have to have you have to add the full self-driving, and you have to put the right down payment on it to get that full self-driving. Waskar, thanks for answering my early question. What is the offer you said that was killed in New Jersey? So New Jersey used to have 0% sales tax for electric vehicles. They nerfed it a little bit. They didn't kill it. They nerfed it to, I think it's around 3% sales tax on an electric vehicle. Taxable, I want a vehicle for a long road trip. Should I get another Model Y long range if my wife already has a Model Y performance, or just buy some 19s for trips for the performance and get myself a Model 3 performance? Well, you know what you should do. You should definitely get the 19s and then get yourself a Model 3 performance. Robert, payment is the same when paying in full. Go big, performance all the way. Yeah, I mean, if you're paying the full 50K or 40K, I mean, I guess that's a good point. So what state? Yes, if you get full self-driving, you get the 0%. Yeah, 100%. The Flash, what are your thoughts on buying used Teslas that are older than 2021? I would say it's a good deal, especially if you qualify for the $25,000 or under $25,000 used EV tax credit. But and the other thing is, you better be paying cash for a used vehicle like that. If you're financing a used vehicle at whatever the average rate, 7, 8, 9%, not worth it at all. Especially when Tesla vehicles you can get them at 0% or 1.99%. But the one big thing for sure is definitely look into a warranty, just like our channel sponsor Amber down below in the description, where you can do a monthly warranty on your Tesla vehicle. That's kind of like Apple Care. So definitely check out Amber down below in the description. Thank you to Amber for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. And you can actually get an extra discount if you click our link down below in the description as well. But that's basically my thoughts on it. That's if I were to buy a used Model 3, or a Model Y under 20K, I would definitely pay cash for it, not finance it. You try and figure out how to get the $4,000 used EV tax credit and get an extended warranty, because you don't want to be paying $10,000, $6,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 for a brand new warranty. I mean, yes, Tesla does have a factory warranty, but at these type of mileages, your factory warranty is definitely going to be expiring soon. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.